All right, I'm on a roll today. Woo! All right, so like I started any of these other videos, please, if you see this video, you like it, you want to troll, you want to ask some questions, you want to link up, just go ahead and hit me in that link in the bio. All right, so gotta let these people pass. All right, so Me Too. We thought, and when I say we, the actual testicle holding men of the world thought that the Me Too movement was over after the Kavanaugh debacle. We thought that Me Too had run its course. They proved their point. Guys were in the wrong. A few guys needed to get chastised, whatever. It's all good. But due to the incredible accusations against the lieutenant governor in Virginia, these are unprecedented. Two random women come out of nowhere and bring up some ridiculous story and basically make him, or they're trying to force him to quit. And then he doesn't want to quit, which he shouldn't. He shouldn't throw his career away over a date or two. He went on 2 dates and now he has to throw his career away. So now these other fake politicians are trying to get him impeached. That is disgusting. That is just totally unbelievable. I can't believe anybody standing for this. Nobody, or let me rephrase that. I'm sure there's going to be some people who should, support this, I guess. But no one that is a man at all, that has any manhood in him left. If you have even the smallest bit of testosterone, you shouldn't support going against this guy, what they're doing to this guy over in Virginia. No men should ever support that, because the thing is, at the end of the day, you could be next. As a man, any woman that you ever met, or even a woman that you've never seen before, can come and make an accusation and say you touched them, you raped them, you forced them to do something, and a whole lot of people are going to say that you need to quit, throw your life away, and kill yourself. There's no reason for a man to ever stand up for this, to ever support Me Too. That is the most destructive feminist garbage ever. Period. Me Too is the worst. It's this whole thing is come across a few times, but Me Too is definitely the most strong, abrasive, and supported initiative by these people. And just like anything else in liberalism or feminism, it can be all tied back to racism. Obviously, I'm not going to waste this whole video on how feminism is racism. I'm going to do probably a 90 or 100 part series on it. But the point is, at the end of the day, this Me Too thing is no more than just like a new drug. I call it the medical marijuana, because just like a few years ago, like 10, 20 years ago, they used to say that if you smoke weed, that you'll lose all your ambition, that you won't want to do anything. All you want to do is sit around and smoke weed. But Me Too makes it so that a man shouldn't have any ambition, because any man that has ambition, even white guys, even legitimate, vetted white men who've had long, illustrious careers, can have somebody that they encountered or didn't encounter from 20, 30 years ago and ruin their career. Let that sink in for a second. This goes against every convention that we were led to believe. We were led to believe that if you do the right thing, you stay out of crime, you go to school, you have a career, you should be good. You should be able to have a job, move up in your career, and just live a nice life. But Me Too made it so that you can't do that if you're a man. Obviously, if you're a woman, you can still do whatever you want. But if you're a man, you cannot have a career. You can't, or should I say, no, you can't have a career. You can't have a career of prominence. You can't have a career where you're moving up in the world. You basically are stuck. I guess it will be considered a glass ceiling. So the idea that a man today should have ambition is stupid. No man should have any ambition until we rid this country of the feminists and the Me Too movement, period. We got to end it. Because at the end of the day, there's just no possible way to get around it. No matter how legit you are, no matter how much good you do, somebody can come from the past, say, hey, I met this guy. We went on a date. We did a whole lot of stuff. And, I started reading Twitter last week, and I realized he raped me back in 2004. And that's all they have to do is put it out there. Hey, I met the guy 20, 30 years ago. Everything was cool. I started watching Twitter, and I realized he raped me. They do this over and over and over again. Why are people still going for it? So like I said, Me Too is the new marijuana. It's making everybody nobody has any ambition. The men certainly don't need to have any ambition because they're going to get taken down. The women need to have no ambition because Me Too for them is a retirement fund. You can pull a Me Too stunt on somebody and you never have to work again. That Blaisley Ford chick, she got well over $1 million simply for making up a story. She'll never have to work again. She said that she had to quit her job because of all the threats. No, you quit your job because you make more money making up stories about guys. That's why you quit your job. And now I'm sure she's doing speaking engagements and the rest of it. So, like I said, if anybody can give me some clarity on the Me Too movement, if anybody can let me know, give me any ideas of what a man can do, as far as trying to have ambition, trying to have a career, is it even possible for a man to have a career anymore? Let me know. I'd like to hear some comments. My contact information is in the bio.